Ready, go!
Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Tell Buhari government to obey court order. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Lawyer Ejimako tells international community. Tell Buhari government to obey court order. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Lawyer Ejimako tells international community. To my dear listeners from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Ejimako, who tweeted on Monday morning, while making reference to a call by former United States ambassador to Nigeria, John Campbell, recounted how the Nigerian government repeatedly failed to comply with several court orders on Kanu's release. Aloy Ejimako, special counsel for Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has urged the international community to pressure President Muhammadu Buhari to the persistent detention of the separatist leader, despite a subsisting appeal court order acquitting him. Ejimako, who tweeted on Monday morning while making reference to a call by former United States ambassador to Nigeria, John Campbell, recounted how the Nigerian government repeatedly failed to comply with several court orders on Kanu's release. Disobeying a 2018 decision of a Continental Tribunal on MNK was the first mishandling. Extraordinary rendition was the second. Disobeying the UN was the third. Disobeying the judgment of the Court of Appeal will be the fourth. Nigerians and international community must halt this, he wrote. Similarly, in a statement made available to Sahara reporters, Ejimako recalled how Campbell warned that the Nigerian government can't afford to further mishandle Kanu's case in the interest of the country's security. He wrote, following the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu last year, John Campbell, the former U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, cautioned in a tweet that Nigeria cannot afford any more mishandling of the matter of Nnamdi Kanu for the sake of safety and security of the nation. He said, Nigerians' disobedience of a 2018 decision of a Continental Tribunal on Kanu was the first mishandling. The extraordinary rendition was the second. Putting Kanu on trial was the third. Disobeying the United Nations was the fourth. And the likelihood of disobeying the judgment of the Court of Appeal will be the fifth. Nigerians of means and influence and international community to intervene in persuading Nigeria to promptly comply with the court order which discharged Kanu from all the criminal charges pending against him. Kanu was intercepted in Kenya and brought to Nigeria on June 19, 2021 by the Nigerian government in collaboration with the host country for the continuation of his trial on treasonable felony charges. Due to this, John Campbell, the former U.S. ambassador to Nigeria, cautioned in a tweet that Nigerian cannot afford any more mishandling of the matter of Nnamdi Kanu for the sake of the safety and security of the nation. In the wake of the Court of Appeal judgment discharging Kanu last week, Ejimako, special counsel for Kanu, recalled Campbell's tweet. Ejimako also recalled that Buhari had on 2 occasions promised to obey any court order that bears on the release of Kanu, adding that a promise of this sort is a debt. Kanu had been rearraigned before a federal high court on amended 15 count, bordering on treasonable felony preferred against him by the Nigerian government. However, on April 8, Justice Bintalu Yako struck out 8 of the 15 count, while ruling on the preliminary objection seeking to quash the charges. The judge said count 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14 had not disclosed any offense against the defendant, Kanu. The charges that were initially struck out are as follows. Count 6 made broadcasts to attack officers of the Nigerian police force. Count 7 made broadcasts in which he incited members of the public to hunt and attack officers of the Nigerian police force. Count 8 made broadcasts in which he directed members of the IPOB to manufacture bombs. Count 9 made broadcasts on diverse dates in furtherance of terrorism against the Nigerian state and with intent to destabilize the fundamental political and economic structures of Nigeria, incited members of the public to stop the Anambra governorship election. Count 10 incited members of the public to destroy public facilities. Count 11 threatened members of the public not to come out on 31st May 2021. Count 12 made broadcasts with the intention to incite members of the public to stage a violent revolution in furtherance of act of terrorism. Count 14 directed members of the public to destroy the public transport system in Lagos, resulting in major economic loss to the governor. So my dear listeners, now I've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by the comment section